What's up everyone, my name is Nick. I'm a trading performance coach and I make videos here on YouTube aimed at improving your trading performance. Today's topic is going to be getting over FOMO, and it's a slightly different approach to what I've done in the past because I'm really big on resolving mental game issues because that's how you really get rid of them long term. However, I have kind of created or stumbled across a concept that I think could help people who struggle with FOMO very, very quickly, and I'm going to share that with you in this video today. Before I go any further, if you do find this video useful, please let me know in the comments down below. Leave the like, subscribe, and check out the other videos I have on the channel because I have loads of videos that could help you improve your trading. So let's jump in. I'm going to very briefly touch on what is FOMO in trading. I hope this isn't going to be too patronizing for you. If you're watching, you know this. Apologies. FOMO stands for fear of missing out, and some of the common things you see in trading is maybe you see a possible setup that may work, but it isn't your A+ setup. Maybe it isn't even your setup at all. Maybe you're a reversal trader, but you see this perfect looking breakout and you're going, wow, this could go. Maybe other people take trades in different styles and you want to start copying them. This is something I certainly found myself, that I'd be trading and I'd have watched someone else trade who's been successful, and I go, wow, this is how ABC would trade this, and therefore I'm going to try and take it. Maybe you've just missed a few trades that would have worked and you don't want to miss the next one. Essentially, the focus moves away from how quality of a setup it is to I want to catch the move, and then there's a kind of reason behind it, which, to be honest, is often bullshit, and I'm going to go into that in a little bit more detail. Because how do we get FOMO? It's something that you see so often on Twitter and in YouTube videos, people saying, don't give in to FOMO, only take A+ setups, only trade your plan. And they sort of say, they put these out there as to say these should be your trading rules, and they don't work. If they did work, everyone would be millionaires. So if that's one of your trading rules, don't give in to FOMO or something similar, you need to get rid of that now because it does not work. The reason is because your inner chimp is far stronger than your inner human. And your inner human is the one who wrote these rules. This is going to be a reference to a book called The Chimp Paradox. I will link it down below, as well as Jared Tendler's Mental Game of Trading. I don't have any affiliate links. I'm not making money out of those. They're just great books for traders to read to help with their performance, so definitely check them out. Essentially, you have a chimp and a human and a computer, and the chimp is stronger than your human and the computer is stronger than both of them. The problem is that FOMO is driven by emotion, and your chimp is really what kind of controls the emotion, or the emotion fuels your chimp. So when one of those triggers happen, when one of these things, you see a possible setup, other people are trading a different way, you've missed some trades, when that happens, your inner chimp will latch onto that emotional thought and will build the FOMO inside you. It will literally take over, and so many people will have this exact experience where they see a potential maybe idea and the first thing they go is, this isn't really my setup, but they then talk themselves into taking the trade anyway. That is your chimp building strength until bang, it takes the trade, and often if it's a bad trade. Now, to resolve this, you need to go through the mental hand history, which Jared Tendler explains really well in the Mental Game of Trading, for the long term, right? There's no sort of like quick way around it for long-term success, but there is a quicker fix available using the context, or the concept, that's just actually the concept of giving your chimp a banana. And this is something that is written in the Chimp Paradox, which I think is a really cool idea. Now, what is it? It's your chimp is always going to take over. It's always going to be stronger. So the best approach that we as the human can take is to strike a bargain with our chimp so that it causes as little harm as possible and then leaves the human back in control. The way you do this with a normal chimp is, if the chimp is hungry, give it a banana. It will sit and eat the banana and it will be satisfied. In your trading, your chimp wants to take trades. It likes to make money and prove itself. So what you need to do is to find a way of giving your inner chimp that banana without actually causing any damage. So in other words, how can we take a trade that doesn't cause any damage? And the easy resolution to this is quote unquote a unique fix, but you want to try to combine your live and paper trading accounts. Now, this is something that I have done. I know other traders who have done it as well. It's also something that I used to do quite a lot in poker when I've been moving up stakes. I would play mostly my lower stakes, the stakes that I was comfortable at, and then I would add one table when I was playing really well and I felt, okay, you know what, I'm up a bit today. I feel like I'm playing my best game. I'm going to open up some higher stakes tables. This meant that I was going to only be playing the higher stakes when I felt I was playing at my best. You can do the same in trading by having your paper account and live account open at the same time and only taking trades that are A plus, your absolute best trades on your real account, and all the others on your paper account. So essentially, every trade that you go, this probably shouldn't be a trade, you can strike a deal with your chimp. You can give it that banana and say, okay, we're going to take this trade, but we'll take it on our paper trading account. We can see how it plays out. We can get that, yes, we made money, no, we didn't make money, whatever. It releases that FOMO, it releases that kind of adrenaline, dopamine, without actually affecting your live account. And then on the A plus trades, you can actually say, right, this here is absolutely perfect. I feel like I'm seeing everything very clearly and it is clearly an A plus opportunity. You can take that on your live account. And the really cool thing with this is your chimp and your human will kind of like combine in those two in that A plus opportunity and go, yes, this is perfect. So your chimp goes, this is our opportunity. And the human goes, this one we 100% agree on. And when there is that sort of like inner conflict, then you don't take any risk on your main account. Now, it is important that you track the two as one. When I journal my trades, whether they're paper trades or live trades, when I'm using this approach, I will track them alongside each other. And at the end of a 50 trade cycle, I'll be able to see what my performance was. And therefore, it doesn't matter if I was live trading or paper trading, I've still taken those trades, I can see where I'm at. Now, some extra benefits of this is also that you become way better at identifying those A plus opportunities. And this is kind of important because the better you become at seeing this, then that sort of gap between your chimp and your human gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and it means your chimp's going to take over less often because it's less tempted by non-A plus trades. You can also see the performance comparison. You can after say 50 trades say, right, these were the 10 I took live and these were the 40 I took that weren't live. What was the results? What would have happened if you've taken all of the trades? What would have happened if you'd taken some other trades as well? You can begin to get an idea of how well you identify the best opportunities, and you can also begin to look through the ones you didn't think were best opportunities that worked out well, and begin to sort of close that gap between, close that knowledge gap between what is your A plus setup, what is an A, what is a B plus, what is a B, and begin to grade them a little bit clearer so you can take more and more trades on your live account. And then the big thing is you can size up on your live account, as instead of taking 5 or 6 trades in a day where you might want to risk, say, $100 on each, risk $500 over the whole day. Well, now if you're only taking one trade, you could take $300, $400, $500 risk and still be risking the same or less than you were originally. This means that if that one A plus trade gives you a 1 to 3 and has a 70% chance of winning, you take that one trade, you might make $1,500 on the day, rather than taking $100 on that, making $300, and then 4 trades that weren't great, maybe losing that $300 and being break even. Now, I have sort of like pulled a couple of success stories who have used a similar approach to this. One of them being Matt Diamond. His channel is linked down below. He went a long time where he was failing to find consistency for a number of years. He's got a video up on his channel about his journey. I was fortunate enough to watch him through those times and could see that he was, like we all feel a lot of the time, very close to being successful. He would take some perfect trades and take a bunch of bad trades and another perfect trade and some bad trades. And as a result, he would have this mini yo-yoing effect. And what he did was he took a break. And when he came back, he set very strict criteria. And I personally wouldn't be able to do this myself, but he was very strict. And he would say, I'm going to take one A plus trade, then walk away. So he would sit and he would wait for that one opportunity. He would take it. I think he actually moved his stop to break even the moment it went in his favor, so it was reducing risk even more so. Once he was out of that, he would close his account down and he would just watch. With this approach, he took less than 10,000, turned into 100,000 in the space of a few months. And he will say that part of that was due to a really hot market, but a really big part was during those few months where he was only taking A plus trades, he became better and better and better at understanding what his A plus trades looks like and only taking those trades. Over time, he was then able to go, right, I'm now going to take 2 trades. Now, if there's opportunities up until 10 a.m., and he would do this until he was at a point where he was not really looking at anything other than A plus trades, but if there were 2 or 3 in a day, he would take them. Now, this obviously isn't exactly the same, but it's that same concept of put real money down on the A plus trades and then don't put any risk on the others. Also, great book, Reminiscence of a Stock Operator, one of my favorite trading books. There's a part in there where the main guy is given a small line of credit, wasn't enough really to trade normally with. So what he did was he waited for, I think it was a few months, before he got an A plus opportunity where he knew that the likelihood of a win was high and the likelihood of that win being big was also high. He then pretty much went all in on that one trade, very quickly made a very decent amount of profit, and then he had enough to trade how he did before. Again, it's not quite the same, but it's that whole concept of how can you put as much money as you can on just the A plus trades and not even take the others. So how can you use this? And I've got a bit of a step-by-step guide here. This is aimed at somebody who is currently not really making any money trading, who is losing, who maybe doesn't know what their A plus setup is. Step 1, just get used to paper trading. Don't feel bad. Don't see it as a step back. See it as a baseline to start again at. You can paper trade and you can take a lot of the emotion out and begin to understand what your A plus setups looks like. So step 2, once you've paper traded for a week or 2, you can look back over your paper trading and through your other trading and just begin to say, right, what is my A plus setup that have a high win percentage and a good risk reward? And then once you identified these, step 3 is to live trade just those setups and continue to paper trade the rest. This is really the stage that, I think when you get to this and you begin to execute it, you can see your account growing day on day and it builds a lot of confidence, but you're still taking all those other trades as well. Now, step 4, as you find your performance improves, you can blend more and more of those setups that you have success with. So it may be that you look over your paper trading and you go, okay, my A plus trades I am taking mostly live. Some are still slipping into paper trades, but there's some which I would say I didn't clarify as A plus, which now I'd say actually these do work quite often. The reason they weren't quite good enough before is I would often make mistakes, but those mistakes are kind of disappearing because I've improved my performance. Well, now those trades can become live trades as well. Obviously, as well as you build your accounts, build your account up, whether it's a prop firm or real money, you are going to be able to have a larger amount of risk, so you have bigger drawdown, so you can afford to take some other trades. And then step 5, use the same technique to trade different size. In 6 months time after doing this, you may be at a point where you say, well, I don't even need to paper trade because I'm not taking those FOMO trades anymore because I've resolved it, whether it's fundamental game of trading or other techniques. And you can go, but I can use the same thing to say on my A plus trades, I'm going to take 2% risk. On my A trades, I'm going to take 1%. On my B plus, I'm going to take 0.5%. And it's the same kind of approach. And when you do that, you're going to find that you're compounding your big wins, whereas you're not really giving all that much back in the not so great trades. Now, there are a few potential problems with this. Taking live trades that lose and paper that win, this is not fun. When you have a day where you take a live trade and it's a loss and you say, okay, I'm just going to paper trade for the rest of the day, that's fine. And then all your paper trades work out. This is probably going to happen, and it may happen on the first day. Key here is to understand that that's what trading is. Not all the trades work, and there's going to be quite often times where a bad trade ends up working out and your good trade didn't. That's just what it is. But you have to keep on looking at this as you're developing a skill, and that skill is to improve identifying the A plus trades. And over time, over a larger sample, if you do this, you will get better at identifying those. You will get better at taking the trades that work more often on your live account and then leaving the not so good trades in your paper trading account. Another problem is taking a few live trades and wanting to continue. This is your chimp coming in and it's going, hey, we've already made 800, 700, 600 today, whatever it might be. We could take another trade and we can just risk half our profit. You need a system in place so that you're tracking all of your trades equally so that your chimp is fine to take the paper trades. You almost need to set it up so that there's a bigger, longer term banana in play for your chimp, if you like. So setting targets to hit so that paper trading plus live trading, once you hit a certain target of X amount of profit or X amount of accuracy, whatever it may be, that you can then trade more on your live account. Another problem is you might find after doing this that you'll have added emotion on live trades, and this is, this is completely normal. Paper trading carries no risk. There's less emotion. So if you go, right, I'm going to paper trade until I can really know what my A plus setups are, and you do this for a week and you go, I'm still not sure what my A plus setups are, so you do it again, been paper trading for a couple of weeks, a stage that I've gone through, paper trade for a month, you're like, I know what it is now. Well, when you then go back to real money trading on those A plus setups, that emotion gets ramped up because you haven't been dealing with it for a week, a month, 2 months, whatever it is. It's normal, and it's just another skill that you have to develop over time. And the cool thing is that if you are executing this plan well and you're only taking those A plus trades that should give you a bigger edge in the market, then the confidence you gain will begin to resolve this. So I hope you found this useful. It's definitely a technique that I would suggest if you find yourself overtrading, you find yourself giving into FOMO, because it's a way to still take those trades, still give your chimp that banana, if you like, without actually costing yourself very much. It means you can focus on taking the A plus opportunities and making money on those, and still enjoying or letting your chimp enjoy the in-between trades that really aren't that great of a setup. If you've watched this to the end, let me know down below. Please subscribe, and I'll see you again in the next video.